And it's all part of getting to know me. All right. So I like to write. I'm a writer. All right. I wrote poetry. Like I always had a poem. You know, and one of these late nights I'll have a segment about that and share my poems with you. But tonight I'm gonna share my short stories with you. All right. So today is Saturday night. What time is it? It's about 11 o'clock. I was gonna come on here about 11 sharp, but I was like, you know what, man, let's just do it right now. Let's just do it right now, and just talk about my short stories. So one of my favorite short stories is, and I believe this is the one that I start off with because I had started a blog, right? I started a blog, and and yeah, it's just a bunch of short stories, and then use I'll do some advertisement things on it too, because with the blogs you could have clickable links and stuff like that. So I used to write the short stories, put some links on there if you want to click to go to my website and stuff like that. But other than that, the stories are really good. I am a a thriller, scary movie theme fanatic. Like, I love scary movies. I love scary movies. That's one of my favorite movies to watch. And it's just one of my things where my creativity just runs wild, and I could pretty much write anything. I could write about anything. My imagination is crazy. Like I have a big imagination, so there's no limits to what I could write. It's just a matter of it's one of those things where you just find the time to just write. And thank you for coming in, whoever just showed up. Thank you. I'm getting ready to read Matthew Gaiman. I see you. Corner JJ Parkers, I see you. I'm your only one. Ha ha ha. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, so we getting ready to read one of my stories. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. So yeah. This is story time. No problem. Thanks for the subscribe too, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for dropping by. So this story that I'm about to read. So I one of the scary movies that I like to read is I mean, not scary movies that I like. I'm mixing up my words. Sorry, but one of the things that I like is zombie movies. That's one of the scary movies that I like. Scary stories that I like is zombies. I love I just love. There was this movie. I think it was From Dusk Till Dawn in the '90s. It came out in the '90s, and I was a little kid. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. So I was it's From Dusk Till Dawn, and one of my favorite scenes in the Dusk Till Dawn is like when they was in the mall, and then the zombies was locked up in the stores and all that stuff, and they had like a gun store in the mall, and they would survive and stuff like that. Yeah, it is it's like really cool. I mean, I believe that's the movie. Yeah, sure. Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you, man. And share this live, because this is a really good story, and this story right here, that I created, is called the Zandemic, and it's pretty much uh um it's pretty much kind of like a concept of the pandemic that happened in 2020, but with zombies, you know. So there's zombies, there's robots. It gets deep. All right. This story gets deep. Thank you. Thanks for the compliment on the hat, man. I love this hat too, man. Like This is definitely my favorite hat that I recently got. This is definitely my favorite hat. You know, it got the continental stuff. You know what I mean? It got the world on it, Craig. It got the world on it, Craig. You know, so yeah. Definitely like this hat too. You know? So yeah. So, you know, it's all about continental hustles, man. We do way more than it. You know, there's so many things we're gonna get into, you know, as we grow together. And you guys are here in the beginning, and we're at like, I believe, I haven't checked before I got on this live because all I care about is just coming to talk to you guys and you know, sharing this short story with you. And I believe I should have around we should have around like 4,700, you know. So clap it up for that. Clap it up for that. I'm just very excited, you know, because you know, I would never thought that I would grow so fast. And you know, the release the files. Yeah, what's the files, man? What's the files you trying to release? What's going on, Starch, man? And thanks for the subscribe, Keston Beauty. Thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate you. L. How many L's you gonna put? I'm gonna put an L too. But what is this? 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 Oh, I saw this in a movie once. I just don't know. Matthew Gaming, what's going on? I'm on the Epstein files. Yeah, okay. There you go. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Yeah, so the Zandemic is it has like robots. You know how like Tesla has robots out right now and stuff like that. And this story right here that I created, it gets creepy. Yeah, so everybody, there's always conspiracy theories about robots and stuff like that, right? About how they might turn on you and all this stuff like that. So you know, yeah. Meet me, man. I'm a big time horror movie fan. You know, but you know what's crazy? I always go through little stints where I don't watch it because as a creative person, I naturally like to create instead of watching creativity. I enjoy creating it more, you know. So I just step away from it, just so and then looking for inspiration is really good too, you know what I mean. But like when I look at movies, I look at every detail of it, like every detail. Sometimes I'll be catching things that nobody be catching. I'm like, yo, did you see that? And then person next to me be like, no, I don't see it, and I'm like, nah, look, it's right there. It's right there. Oh, okay. How did you see that? So you know, that's just me. That's just me. That's just how I always been with movies and you know everything. I pay attention to detail. Same. It's the same thing as my name. What's the same thing as your name? Y'all. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all might be talking about something amongst the chat, but yeah, I'm here. So should I start the story? I think I'm ready to start the story, and then, you know, you could ask me questions in the chat if you want to. So this is part one. So basically, part one is like kind of in the future. Okay, so I'm just to let y'all know, part one is in the future. So let's go. Story time. So it starts off with the character writing the journal. So it's called. So I'm gonna start it off right now. Dear journal, it's been a long, hard fought, and strangely beautiful day today. The kind of day that makes you almost forget how much the world has changed. Almost. I ran into something rare. A zombie that could shapeshift into a vicious dog. Just when I thought I'd seen it all, this one caught me off guard. I was fighting it, but at first, it didn't look like a zombie at all. It was almost human. Young, normal even. I was actually having a whole conversation with the guy before things went south. He didn't react to anything I said. Like nothing from our time meant anything to him. That's when I got suspicious. He had this look like he lived for centuries. An old soul. Like, have you heard that new song from Elvis? So old soul. But then something changed. His eyes locked on me, hungry, like a lion that hadn't eaten in days. That's when I knew. I looked around frantically, trying to make sense of what I was seeing. That's when the body fell. That's when the body fell apart from the tree right in the middle of the street. And I knew I had to act fast. But then, there's no time. We have to move quickly. We have to move quickly, Colin, or they will find us. Elijah's voice snapped me out of it. So basically, just to interject, basically he's writing a journal, and then his cousin interrupts him because he's so deep into writing that, yeah. I don't know, it's getting good. Don't worry, it's not finished yet. Yeah, so he's so deep into writing that he's taking this one moment to write his story, to write in his journal, in amongst what's going on around him, because there's a lot of stuff going on. The zombies are there, the robots and stuff are like, the robots was something in the past and stuff like that, but let's continue. He grabbed my hand, pulling me up from the ground like a basketball teammate after I've been knocked down. Hold on. I dropped my pen. I said, reaching for it. Man, you still use a pen and paper? Elijah laughed. Just throw the vision board glasses on and jot it down digitally. Oh, by the way, 1 second. I just forgot to date. I dated this, but I skipped that when I was telling the story. The date is October 9th, 2040. All right. And I made sure and put day 180. So they've been on their own for 180 days. All right. And they're like young. They're like young kids, So yeah. All right. So now back to the part where he told him to put on the vision board glasses. Because, in 2040, it's like, oh, like writing something, I have to make it like futuristic. So writing with a pen is like the ancient, you know what I mean? Like they don't write with pens anymore. So, that's why I made it like that. So, okay. Here we go. Yeah, you keep using these VBGs. What they call it for short. You keep using these VBGs. I bet all those ideas you put on there will have a grand opening the next day for someone else. I teased back. We both laughed, but Elijah shot me a serious look. You got jokes, huh? Well, let's move, or the joke's on us. We took off, leaving the scene behind us. We couldn't afford to linger. It's been like this for years now, running, hiding, surviving. Elijah and I, my bad. Elijah and I were separated from our families during the mandatory evacuation from the second robot invasion. The first one, back in 2024, was nothing compared to this. Toy robots, work robots, they all malfunction, but were mostly harmless. This time, though, it was serious. Military-grade androids programmed to eliminate anyone they saw as a threat. It started in 2036, when every nation's machines turned against their own people. I was 18 when it all went down, and Elijah was only 16. We were both on the emergency bullet train during the evacuation when the robots launched a surprise attack. It was like Pearl Harbor, but worse. December 9th, 2036. An aerial strike by robotic drones. We were in the VVX room playing video games when the missile hit, tearing the train apart. Elijah and I were in one of the back cars, in one of the back cars when the front half of the train detached and sped off, leaving us behind. Thousands died that day. 2020 people to be exact. And I did that purposely. By the way, I put 2020 people purposely. All right, so here we go. Families were torn apart, and our world was forever changed. It's been almost 4 years since that day. Elijah and I had left each other's side since. If it weren't for Uncle C and the survival training, we wouldn't have made it this far. He taught us skills that no one else was learning back then. Stuff that saved our lives. Yo, Kali, Laj, come in. The walkie-talkie crackled, breaking the silence. Go ahead, Unc. We're good, I replied, signaling to Elijah that everything was clear. Business as usual, he said, a smirk tugging at his lips. Uncle C's voice came through the static, low and urgent. I found a way to stop them, but it's dangerous. You need to get to me now. Elijah and I exchanged a look, one of fear, but also hope. What do we do? Elijah asked. I took a deep breath, gripping the walkie-talkie tighter. We go. We have to. We go. We have to. Hold on. We go. We have to. It's our only chance. Uncle C was the only one who managed to jump off the train during the attack. Knowing we were left behind, it took 3 days to find us. 3 days without GPS trackers that everyone had implanted. Our parents had refused to let us get chipped despite the government's promise of 4,000 in cryptocurrency per month for every child enrolled in the program. The cryptocurrency crashed 6 years ago, and people lost everything. Zillions of circulating dollars going overnight. It left millions homeless and unable to sustain the lavish lifestyles they built on that extra income. It created a baby boom during that time of the population crisis, and soon after, the chips were hacked by the robots secretly. The implants, which connected too close, the implants was connected too close to the brain, turned people into weapons. The androids used them to control and destroy. Now we keep moving, keep surviving. Elijah and I stuck together like glue because in this world, trust is scarce. It's been 180 days exactly, April 12th, 2040, since the outbreak turned the remnants of our world into something far worse than anything we imagined. A Zandemic. Half zombie, half beast. Android robots, these things are evolving, and we have no idea how to stop them. But we keep fighting. We have no other choice. But deep down, I knew this wasn't just the beginning of the fight for survival. This was the start of something much bigger. Something we might not come back from. And as we packed up and prepared to head into the unknown, one thing was clear. We weren't the only ones fighting. The real war was about to begin. To be continued if they survive the journey. So that's it for now. So what y'all think about that? I don't know who's in the chat. Anybody's in the chat, tell me what y'all think about that story. But that was part one. That was that's how the Zandemic series begins. And I definitely wanted to touch base on that side of the story first. And the series have different sides of the stories. So Uncle C, the part two is gonna be Uncle C's side of the story. It's gonna take you back to when that robot attack. So the nephew side is pretty much when the zombie outbreak happened. The robot rebellion, which I call the rebellion, is before that. That was like the height of part two is the height of the robot rebellion, and it's called the rebellion uprising. Please, thank you, Paul. Thank you. Appreciate it. I love it, man. Thank you, man. I love all of y'all. So yeah. So I might just give y'all a little piece of the rebellion uprising. Let me know in the chat if y'all want to. I could give y'all a little piece of it. I don't want to. I don't want to give you the whole thing. Sucker G, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? Too cool for this? Yeah. You might be cool, but maybe I'm cooler. I don't know. I'm just being modest. Yeah, man. But if y'all let me know in the chat if y'all want me to okay, Parker, you want me to read a little bit of the part two? All right, I got you, man. You stuck with me. I'm gonna start part two. All right, and this is Uncle C's side of the story. I might even read the whole thing. I'm not even sure. It depends on how I feel, guys. I mean, we're making good. We're making good on time right here. So I believe this might be one of my favorite series, though. All right, wait. Before I start, all right, because uh I have another story that I want to talk about, right? And it's called Lost in the Everglades. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, it's called Lost in the Everglades. All right, it's a scary, it's a thriller. It's about four friends that parents was away and they're having a sleepover. They're like best friends, but sometimes friends get up to no good. Yeah, I mean, it really is cool. It really is cool, and they get in a little trouble. They get in some big trouble. So, do you want me to read that? If you want me to read that, I'll read it. It's really good. It's like one of my favorite. Actually, it's like all my stories are good, but like this one right here is cool. It's pretty cool. You'll like it. It's called Lost in the Everglades. All right, hold on. Let me start. I'm gonna start it up. Forget about it. I'm gonna start it up. You know. Okay, so and it's past 11, so it's 11:22. By the way, that's master numbers. So let's start this, man. Let's start this. Let's start Lost in the Everglades. Here we go. All right. Part one. A coin flip of terror. It was a dark and stormy night on October 5th, 2024. The kind of night where even the wind seemed alive, howling through the trees, and the rain splattered against the windows like ghostly fingers tapping to be let in. Inside, a dimly lit living room, four neighborhood friends, Jacob, Jessica, Larry, and Lisa, sat huddled together, telling stories they had heard countless times before. But tonight, their conversation took a darker turn. I'm telling you, Jacob said in a hushed voice, leaning forward. The haunted house on the island in the Everglades is real. The others exchanged nervous glances. The house was infamous, not just for its isolation on the secluded island 4 miles away, but for the blood-chilling legend surrounding it. They say you can only get there by boat, navigating through the mangroves and sawgrass thick enough to cut skin. And worse, some claim there was a mutated alligator that patrols those waters, a beast with a hunger for human flesh. They gathered their supplies, flashlights, snacks, and their Halloween gear from flashsaleshub.shop and hopped on their bikes. And they rode through the rain they rode through the rain-soaked streets. Every gust of wind felt like a whisper. Every shadow, an omen. The closer they got to the edge of the Everglades, the more impressive the atmosphere became. Jessica shuddered, pulling her knees to her chest. They say the alligators got red eyes. That it only appears at nights like this when there's a storm. Come on, Jess, Larry said, rolling his eyes through his voice. It's just a story. If it was real, wouldn't someone have gone missing by now? But people have gone missing, Lisa added, her voice barely a whisper. Remember those hikers last year? No one ever found them. Not even their boat. For a moment, the room went still, the sound of the storm outside seeming to creep in closer. It was a kind of silence that made your skin prickle. They had always loved scary movies and urban legends, but this time it felt different too. Too real. Jacob was always the bold one, broke with the Jacob was always the bold one, broke the tension. Well, there's only one way to find out. His eyes gleamed with a mischievous thrill. We got the night off, and I know where we can borrow a boat. Let's do it. Let's go check out the house tonight. All right. Hold on. What? Jessica's voice cracked with disbelief. Are you serious? In this weather? We'll be fine, Jacob grinned. But there was a dangerous excitement in his eyes. We've been talking about doing something like this forever. Now's our chance. Hold on. I just lost my I just lost my thing. I just want to interact with y'all a little bit. Thank you, Connor Parkers. Let me see. Okay, so where we at? We'll be fine, Jacob grinned. But there was a dangerous excitement in his eyes. We've been talking about doing something like this forever. Now's our chance. What's Halloween without a little scare? The storm rattled the windows as if the universe itself was trying to warn them. I gotta do the little light thingamajig. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta do the light thingamajig. Hold on, I'm gonna do the light thingamajig. Yeah. The storm rattled the windows as if the universe itself was trying to warn them. Before anyone could argue further, there was a sudden, deafening knock on the door. So loud, it made all four jump. Jessica's heart leaped into her throat. Who is it? Jacob called. But only the wind answered. Silence pressed down on them, thick and suffocating. Larry stood up and cautiously peered through the window. No one's there, he muttered. Frowning, wait, there's a box. The four friends gathered at the door and cautiously opened it. On the porch sat a familiar brown package, the logo, for the website, printed on the side. Jacob's face lit up. My Halloween mask is here, he exclaimed, ripping it open to reveal the color LED skull mask that lights up at night when the color with the color of your choice. Larry laughed, a bit too loudly. Looks like a sign. We've got our costumes ready, and the storm just makes it better. We have to go tonight. We have to go. I don't know. I don't know. But Jessica stood frozen in the doorway, her gut telling her this was a bad idea. She could feel the storm's energy. There was something more than just rain in the air. Something was watching them, waiting. I don't know, guys, she said quietly. The house, it feels wrong. It feels wrong. Jacob never won. Jacob never wanted to look down from a challenge. Shot her a teasing look. What's the matter, Jess? You scared? His smirk was infuriating. And before she could respond, Larry chimed in. Come on, let's flip for it. We stay, heads we stay, tails we go. Jessica clenched her fist. The tension in the air was palpable. And part of her wanted to stay, to be safe. But the other part, the part that wanted to prove herself to the group, said otherwise. Fine, she muttered. Flip it. Larry pulled out the coin. His fingers trembled ever so slightly. He flipped it high in the air. And for a moment, the room seemed to hold its breath. The coin spun through the air in slow motion, flashing in the dim light. All four friends leaned in, eyes wide as it dropped up to the floor with a metallic clink. Clink, clink. It rolled, wobbled, and finally landed flat. Tails. Thank you, Corner. Appreciate you. A thick silence followed. The storm outside seemed to intensify, the wind now howling like a banshee. Lisa hugged herself tightly, her voice barely audible. So we're really doing this? Jacob, looking both excited and anxious, grabbed his mask and flashlight. We're doing this. And remember, if you're looking to gear up for your own Halloween adventure, don't forget to check out the website for the best costumes and supplies. Just in time for your spooky plans. The entrance to the swamp was marked by a crook, rusted sign that read, "No trespassing." Beyond it, the dark waters, glistening under the stormy sky, the tall grass swaying like fingers of unseen ghosts. The stories of mutilated alligators returned to Jessica's mind, her heart pounding in her chest. She swore she saw something move in the water, a ripple, a flash of red, glowing eyes. "Did you see that?" she whispered. But the others were already moving ahead, laughing nervously as they walked their bikes through the small dock. "Come on, Jess," Jacob called. Back his voice faint. Called back. His voice faint through the rain. "It's just a storm. There's no monster. Only adventure." But as they approached the dock, Jessica couldn't shake the feeling that they weren't alone. Something was out there in the Everglades, watching, waiting. And as the fog rolled in, she couldn't help but wonder if this would be their last adventure together. Stay tuned for part 2. Yeah, you like the story? Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for sticking with me, man. Thank you for sticking with me and listening to my short stories. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, definitely, man. It just gets better and better, man. You know, the kids are they rode their bikes all the way to the spot where the haunted house is, and they have to take a boat. They didn't have a boat, but now they have a boat, and they're about to get him. They're about to go into that haunted house across the water late at night. You know, with a little flashlight, four kids just getting into trouble. You think they're gonna get? You think something's gonna happen to them? Cause something might happen to them. Jessica said she saw red eyes, so you never know. Maybe next time when we come back, we'll talk more about it. Maybe that could be a movie one day, man. You never know. Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, Corner, man. You're the best, man. I'm gonna show all the I'm gonna show. Let me see. Let's see what's going on. What's my top fans? I'm looking at my top fans right now. Let's put it up on the board. Let's put it up on the board. All right. Let's put it up on the board. Top fans for the night. We got Keston Beauty. Connor, of course. Thank you. Matthew, thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate all of y'all. All of y'all that stuck with me throughout the story to listen to the story. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. So now, all right. And that's the story time. Thank you, man. Yeah. Just look for me. I come on 12 o'clock. Like I have talk shows. We do talk shows about, I just did a documentary in Lagos, Nigeria. It's about the hustle. It's about the hustle. It's called The Hustle Nigeria. Episode one and two is out right now. Episode three will be out very soon. Just wait on it. It'll come. But at the end of the day, I should have about 6 episodes, maybe 6 episodes. I'm not sure yet because we're still in the editing process, and we're trying to make sure, it just gets better and better and better. And the type of documentaries that Continental Hustles is gonna do is just gonna be a lot. So many people. When we get to 1 million subscribers, we'll probably have so many things for you to check out on this page. And I appreciate all of y'all for coming. I love all of y'all, and let's keep it growing, man. Just like, share, and subscribe, and smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. If you haven't yet, and anything, all those stuff is free, and it helps a lot. Your support helps a lot, and I appreciate your support. I thank you for coming in, and we will have more of these. Don't worry, I have a lot of stories in my back pocket, and this will inspire me to continue the stories. But before I go, I want to just name some of the stories that I'll have coming up. I'll probably do one next Saturday. Around the same time. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But I wanna keep this going every week. You a YouTuber too? Okay, I gotta check you out. Man. What kind of content you do? What kind of content you do, Connor? Yeah, but don't worry, man. If you want to grow on YouTube, just keep going, man. It's random stuff. All right, that's cool. But yeah, whatever you want to do, and because YouTube is the stage, you're the performer. So just what, as they say in drama class, break a leg. Not really break a leg, but you know what I mean, man. You know, that's just a expression and stuff like that that they use. So I'm just gonna some of the name the other scary story. It's called The Night at the Plantation. Really good story, really good story. It's a really good story, but I'm just gonna name some of the stories that I have so far. And of course, the Lost in the Everglades series is fully complete, so it's three parts to it. All right, so I'll read. Oh, that's really good. 1,600 views. That's great, man. That's great. That's great, man. Just keep posting, man. That's all you gotta do. Keep posting that good content. See what works, and then keep posting it. You know. So yeah, I have talk shows. I've been having a talk show every day. I've been going live every day since I reached 1,000 subscribers, and now we're at 4.7. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, we're there. We're getting there, man. We're growing, and then more things to come. More things to come. Yeah. So yeah, Night at the Plantation, and then I got I got the Rebellion Uprising. We're gonna read that next, probably next week. We're gonna start with the Uprising, and we'll probably run through two because it's only part one and part two for now because they're different sides of the stories. And yeah, you guys are gonna motivate me to keep writing it. You know, buggies. We go in the mud. Yo, I love doing buggies. That's one of my favorite things to do. Like, I travel a lot, and I've been to like Dubai and stuff like that, and they have those dune buggy stuff. And those were a lot of fun. It was like doing that in the desert, and then they have this thing where they have falcons or something like that, and you could take a picture with the falcon. There's always a guy out there trying to yeah, man. The dune buggies are like, don't worry, I'm gonna have some dune buggy content. I'm gonna have some dune buggy content. You always wanted to go to Dubai. Yeah, it's really nice, man. It's really nice. Like Dubai is like a nice place to visit, and it was different. It was very different, and you know, I enjoyed it. There's so many things I wanted to do when I was there, but I didn't get to. I got to do the I got to do the dune buggies. I got to go to the mall. The mall has so much things in there, and then what else? What else wanted to do? I wanted to do the scuba diving thing. They have this underwater. They have this indoor scuba diving place, and it's it's like full of stuff. Like it's when you go down there, it's picture like, oh my gosh. I'm really looking forward to taking this globally. This whole platform globally, and because I want to show you this, I'm gonna like we're gonna be doing travel blogs and stuff like that. So it's not just gonna be the documentaries. It's gonna be travel blogs and vlogs, and we're gonna show you go. I'm gonna go to different places, and then we're gonna get content there, show you good spots to eat, show you good places to go, and yeah, we'll have it organized and stuff like that, and we'll do that. One of my favorite places that I travel to is Cypress Island. Have you ever heard of Cypress Island? It's Cypress Island is like close to Lebanon. It's like in a cul-de-sac of those countries, Lebanon, Turkey, and all that stuff. But did you know Cypress Island is the only country with divided borders, with a divided capital? Yeah, it has a divided capital. One is the Turkish side. The top of the island is the Turkish side, and the bottom is the Greek side. And their capital is divided in half. So there's like, so when you're going through the book, yeah, yo, it's kind of like when you picture U.S. and Canada, right? But when you going to crossing borders and stuff like that, like it's literally the same it's the same town, but it's divided into two. So yeah, man, you could drive in, you could walk in. There's like a line gotta show your passport, and there's like Turkish guards. There's like Turkish guards. Everything is like it's almost like you're going into another country when you go when you go across borders in the same country in the same island. It's cool though, cause you see the It's like you see the difference in the Greek inspiration and stuff like that. All like everything that was owned by the Greeks, and then you see go up in the North Island because I was driving around everywhere, and they drive on the opposite side of the road. If like if you in America and stuff like that, um you know the wheel is on the left side. The real wheel was on the right side in Cyprus. So and the car was stick shift. So that made me. I like doing things like that. I didn't have that much experience with driving on the other side of the road, but that was like my ultimate experience because I went full fledged driving. So yeah, man, it was good, man. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna see you on the next one, and we'll do another story. I might even write a new one. You never know. All right. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining the story time. And this is your boy John Flo, and I'm out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget about that part.